Hello, good morning. Today we are in rural Bulgaria. I'm in a small village called Soedinение in a spot called Spherica. It's a geodesic dome project slash permaculture farm, and in this video I'm going to be interviewing a lot of the locals and telling you more about both these topics. But first, we're going to go get some breakfast. All of these domes serve a different purpose. That one right here is the kitchen. Let's go in. Now you're probably wondering how I ended up in this Bulgarian village, and that's a fair question. If you're a subscriber, you might remember I recently volunteered in Scotland through a platform called World Packers, and that's exactly how I found the Spherica project. As a little refresher, World Packers is a volunteering community with hosts in more than 140 countries around the globe. This is honestly the best way to travel the world for free that I know of. You can work on farms, permaculture and building projects like this one. You can try homestays, volunteer in hostels, holistic centers. There is so much variety. All you need is a membership, and I've got this promo code, Girl vs. Globe, which will save you $10 of the annual membership, which is already super affordable. So yeah, thanks to World Packers for helping me find this project, and now let's get back to it. So that was breakfast. On most days I've been here, we've actually eaten something that was either grown in this garden or produced locally. Today we had delicious deep fried dough, so that wasn't too representative. But now I want to show you around this garden, hopefully find someone who's gonna explain it.
Permaculture, obviously, it comes from permanent culture as opposed to agriculture. In permaculture, we observe a lot. First, the surroundings. Usually you should be at a place at least for a year before you start your farm, garden, just so that you see the place in all the seasons and all circumstances. And its principles could be adopted for every walks of life, like not just gardening. It's just like a certain attitude that you have. You follow things that are natural. Lately, especially with the whole pandemic, it seems a lot of people are going back to their roots. At least in Bulgaria, there's a huge movement of people going back to the villages, buying houses away from the city and looking for this calmer, cleaner way of life. We play these sounds to the plants. This is 432 hertz, which is said to be the vibration of the entire universe. So those are the two tones we've been playing to the plants all winter. Music of the plants. Connect one plant with it and it starts playing music. And so we get to hear what each individual plant sounds like, which is amazing. And it really is beautiful, the music. Sometimes we play it for like the entire night.
Hear the sound of the rain falling onto the dome and the music playing in the background. It's incredibly soothing, this white noise just drowning out, you know, your persistent thoughts. It's very grounding, very re-energizing, very peaceful. This right here is the dome I've been sleeping in. Let me give you a little tour. Open up here, take the shoes off, of course. Da-da-da! Look at this. This is my bed. This is a bed I actually helped build while here.
So you see the mark?
Here.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then we live by the nature also.
If you're curious what happens when nature calls, this is what happens. There's a toilet here in the garden. Here we go, and I'm sure you can figure out the rest. Wonderful. Okay, I've just dragged Annabelle, who's another World Packers volunteer, onto a little rainy walk, and we're exploring this small village. Very nice, very rural.
Yeah, very cheap.
Very cheap.
My word.
Annabelle's a World Packers volunteer from Argentina, and she's been traveling around Europe for the past 2 years, thanks to World Packers, staying and volunteering in different countries for extended time periods. Now, I often get asked whether this type of travel is safe for solo female travelers, so I was really happy to meet Annabelle, who has been doing this for so long. Look, I get it, being a woman can be hard at the best of times, but do try not to let it stop you from living the life you want. Annabelle and I are back from our walk, and now we're going to check what needs doing and do it. I'm currently cleaning mushrooms for soup. All of these mushrooms have come straight from the compost, so I'm trying to find ones that are still closed at the top, like this one, so that they're easier to clean. And then as soon as I find them, I put them in this bucket and I wash off some of the worst dirt, and then we're gonna do a round 2. And now I've been summoned by Demo to do some building work.
Alright.
What are we doing today, boss?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Prepare the wooden floor in the big dome.
If you've never heard of geodesic domes, here's a short interview with Genchogenshev, the founder of Spherica, who has been building these structures around the world for years now.
This is geodesic dome tea ceremony.
I like it. What I want to know is about you, geodesic domes, and why did you start Spherica?
I'm a part of the third wave of today's dome building. The first wave started like Bucky Fuller, Richard Buckminster Fuller. Second wave is noticed also in the United States during the 70s. And the third wave started the year 2000 actually, with 2 new epicenters. Latin America and East Europe. According to the psychologists, it's one round place with not beginning, with no end. There's not an angle for confrontation. And people which are living in such a place, they're living in harmony. We help in Spain, in Czechia, community of Damanhor, with international crew. We make team, we make Temple of the Health. Yeah. We share everything what we know. You're not thinking about the profit, but once you're doing just unconditionally, that's all the abundance of the universe is coming to you.
I really did learn a lot during my stay. Let me show you one of the projects we worked on start to finish. First, we cut and smoothed down about a dozen wooden planks, which we then arranged to form the base of a hallway. Then we cut down these huge bits of polystyrene and arranged them to form the walls and ceiling of this hallway, and that was sort of it. I'd helped build this entire extension. We did lots of other stuff too, including mixing cement and filling holes with it. I've also finally learned how to use a power drill.
Oh yeah, you're getting better.
Did you see those 2 bags of sand that the 2 large men were carrying? I just attempted to carry both of them in a wheelbarrow. It didn't go well. So I'm now exhausted and we're gonna have lunch. Currently, Dima and I are picking salad from the garden for our lunch.
Instead of picking the whole salad,
Yeah?
we can get some of the side, and then the plant stays and it grows.
Is it good?
Yeah.
Mushroom salad was a success. So pretty. Let's see what we can scavenge. There's loads of pickled stuff. Let's grab some olives. This is kashkaval cheese, and this is some kind of a unidentified pickle. Lunch was predictably excellent, and now I'm going to show you something really cool. Whoop. Look at that! They're so cute. I would be really curious, your transition from living in Hollywood and going to casting, spending 4 hours in your car every day, to being here, what did that do for you mentally?
Since I was 20 years old up to when I turned 30.
Yeah.
That's where I lived in Los Angeles. I didn't quite feel like I fit in. The whole bling bling thing was a little bit overwhelming to me. Coming back to Bulgaria, I started trying to live a more sustainable life. Though these things might sound like a cliche, I really enjoy it, and it's made me, yeah, definitely a better person. I've grown a lot. I don't know, it brings out something very ancient that's in me that I've never known before.
I only spent a week at the farm, so I can't talk about some huge personal transformation. And look, I'm a big skeptic, so some of the stuff about the vibrations of the universe, etc., yeah, I'm not sure what to make of that. But I do have to admit I felt a shift. My eczema significantly improved, my stress levels went down, and I was genuinely excited to get up every morning, which isn't something I necessarily always feel. So if you'd like to experience this, do sign up to World Packers and don't forget to use my discount code to save $10. Or if that is not your vibe, at least try to integrate some of these principles into your everyday life. We are doing one final stop before I leave today. The final stop was a sound healing ceremony, which I actually loved. I'll let you enjoy it without my commentary. I know it's more powerful in person, but see what you think. Okay, Gencho, this is it.
Yeah?
My final moments. Well, my final moments here, not my final moments, I hope.
Your final moment just for this time.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe it will be next time.
I hope so. Thank you so
Okay.
much for having me. And you need to say, please subscribe. Ah! Please subscribe, bye.
Bye to the camera. Camera go, you stay here.
Okay.